Hi, it's me again, your favorite person, back with another 5 things to know about rednecks, part 26. 5 things. Number 1, all rednecks are not located in the South. Now, trust me, I understand how easy it is to think every redneck you know lives in the South because it seems like it's a Southern thing to do. It's a Southern way to be. So I was absolutely surprised when I did some research and realized California is one of the most highly populated redneck areas. There's 10 cities in California that are major redneck avenues if you love the redneck culture. Canada has rednecks. Now, I did not know. I was confused. But in Canada, they call rednecks mountain men. They don't really call them rednecks. They call them mountain men, outdoorsmen. But in Canada, they fight bears and elks and moose and things like that. I don't know if a redneck down here shooting no moose and knocking him down and eating moose meat. You know what? I apologize because if it can be done, a redneck can do it. Redneck is not an American thing. It's a worldwide phenomenon. Number 2, when it comes to naming their children, rednecks go name their sons after the most badass thing they could think of. I thought this was a joke. I thought this only happened in movies, but doing some research, talking to some of my redneck friends, when it comes time to give birth and that woman's delivering that baby, they think of anything that's awesome, dangerous, deadly, and badass. That's why when you run into a redneck child, they have 2 first names, Jim Bo. The first name is Jim because that's his name, Bo. Some he might shoot. Bo, get hit with one. Don't play with him. Nothing simple, nothing soft. You ain't gonna never run into a redneck man named Downty, named Teddy, because Teddy means teddy bear. Now, you might find somebody that say bear Teddy. That means the bear is over Teddy, or bear hug or something like that. But when it comes to naming their children, redneck men want their children or their sons to have the most awesome, strong, badass, I hit you in your mouth name they can possibly think of. Number 3, all rednecks aren't political. I know when you think of the term redneck, you automatically think Republican. There's no other way they could be a Democrat. But what if I told you there's a lot of rednecks out there in the world that aren't political, that they don't really care about government business, government issues. All they want to do is be left alone to their land, leave their Second Amendment alone, and they absolutely fine. They'll never step outside their house. Rednecks are basically like Wakanda. They know what's going on outside the world, but they want to take care of their people. They want to take care of their culture. They want to leave people alone. They want to be fair to people. They want to protect their home and protect what they got going. If you run into a redneck that's not political, don't force them to be political because they ain't going to be political, because when they get political, politics will be end up whipping that ass out they vicinity, they sanctuary, they peace. All rednecks aren't political, and that shocked me, but now I know. Number 4, all rednecks aren't created equal. Now, this fact was one of the weirdest, most different things that I came into when I did some of this research for this video. You got backwood rednecks. That means the rednecks that sit in the woods, hunt, hogs, mud, ride big trucks. And you got city rednecks. That's New York, Chicago. That's the inner city rednecks where they're redneck. They're culturally the same, but their way of living can be totally different. They work hard. They commit to family. They care about their Second Amendment. They love country music, and that's what they do. Then you got salt life rednecks. That's the beach rednecks. That's the Jeep, not the truck. That's the surfing. That's the saltwater. That's the fishing rednecks. They really don't look at each other the same. Although they know they are one person, they are totally different. And if you call a salt life redneck a wood redneck, and a wood redneck a city redneck, and a city redneck a salt life redneck, then it's a problem. I don't want to dig too deep into that because then this video going to be a problem. And number 5, this was requested specifically. Rednecks are extremely athletic, and the NFL is proof. Now, this tripped me out because when I thought about the NFL, I was like, I ain't seen no running back or no wide receiver that's a redneck. Then it was like, Josh, look at Aaron Rodgers and tell me he ain't a redneck. And I thought about it. And I looked at Aaron Rodgers' mustache, and I looked at the way he keeps his haircut. Then I look at some of these big-ass 6'8" offensive linemen. They got abs, but they got shoulders like they got abs on top of their shoulders. And I was like, you know what? Rednecks are athletic as hell, and it comes from being able to go hunt on the weekends. It comes from lifting barrels of hay and throwing watermelon. It comes from waking up 5 a.m. when you're going out there to work in the field with your paw and you're doing cattle and whatnot. And then when it comes to the surfing rednecks, they got stronger lower body because all they do is swim in beach all damn day. So when it comes time to competition, their stamina is out of this damn world. So when I look at the NFL, about 60-some% of that NFL might be rednecks. I hope you are happy who threatened to punch me in the side of my face if I don't put that in this video.